Yeah. Come on. Welcome.
Good afternoon. Sean Higgs coming out here. It's midday money on a Friday the 13th. It's be a nightmare for you. Be a nightmare for the books this weekend. Got a nice weekend of football lined up. Hit the like button here on the Sean Higgs YouTube channel. Twitter at Mr. Sean Higgs on the X. Go give it a follow. Podcast form. Believe Network, get me there. iHeart, Pandora, Spotify, Google, Apple, Amazon Music, wherever you listen to podcasts, type in Midday Money. You'll find the Midday Money Show. You'll find Look Headlines. There you go. It'll all be there for you. Let's, yesterday, we'll start recapping. Had the Red Sox, loser in extra innings. No player props. I think we hit one of the football props for Nick Nasty. No college, teasers, NFL, blah, blah, blah. Not much there. Anything crazy? Team Money had what? The home runs or doubles? I don't know how that did. Goldschmidt, Carpenter, Ruiz. Were these for doubles? No crazy outlandish statements yesterday in the show from the chat. Nobody got the lockout guarantees for the Sunday night, the Thursday night game. But there goes Tua. And I said it, a year ago when he got his bell rung, I'm like, it's just tough trusting this cat. He gets hit, he's out, gets hit. And they already moved on him next week, right? I was like, let's take the Dolphins next week when I did the looky on Wednesday for week 3 NFL. I said, oh, you're going to give me Miami here at a pick 'em at +1. Extra rest, going to Seattle. Seattle was at home. New England, who plays defense, physical, tough back to take on Miami. I'm thinking Miami was the play, and here my my pick 'em there at a -110 or 112, whatever I got it at. Yeah, that's not looking good. Although as bad as that may be, right? Oh my goodness, no Tua. But I got a backup coming in. He's had some starting experience. I got some extra time to work with the guy, right? I mean, it's not like we're just starting off on a Tuesday. You know, he knows Friday that it is time to go. It's backup time. So it's not like just on the fly and what's happening. Maybe I got that working in my favor. Maybe. These lines are going to reopen, and Miami will not be a 1-point fave. I can tell you that much. Or a pick 'em. Let me tweet out. 4 minutes in. I'll tweet out on the Twitter the plays. I didn't add anything. There's no baseball being added today or nothing. We'll get them up in the chat here. We'll start out with Teaser Tuesday in the comments section. So there's Teaser Tuesday posted. Here is our college football, although this is the whole this got the teaser in there as well, but no NFL. So there's that. And I actually got 2 props for Sunday. I'm going to put them in. And this I was talking to Pounded about it before we were on the phone. And I'm like, I was talking about the Carolina game. And I know the line has moved back down. Went up to 6. Which at that point I'm like, don't love a 6. Then it came back down to 4, to 5. Let's all right, they're up there. I'll start there. So Edwards over rushing yards, Dobbins over 57.5. I entered this into write-up for the game. I said, I'm doing Carolina after that debacle last week, 47-10. Should have been 47-3. I mean, they scored a fumble return, but interceptions, fumble. What they have, like a muffed punt, whatever nonsense. I mean, just terrible. Now they're going to be good at home. And I don't think the Chargers are all that great. But we saw them run the ball all last week too. And Saints had what, 200 yards rushing here? Even being up, the Panthers knew they were going to run the ball, couldn't stop the run. So give me these two cats here over rush yardage for both. Teasers real fast. And I didn't even look. Is there any of that stupid freaking bad beat refund injury kind of crap going on? Just stop betting, you cheap bastards. Just stop it. You crybabies if you come in here and say you should get a refund. Stop it. You bet you lost pay. Teasers. Memphis, 60.5. Purdue, plus 20. Colorado State, 17.5. NFL, Cowboys, plus 3.5. Chiefs, plus 4. Texans, plus 3.5. These are from Teaser Tuesday on Tuesday. Tuesday lines, DK, 10.3 teamer, laying 120. Yeah. Oh, you're teasing through zeros. Listen. Freaking bet since 1990. I teased to the zero because I got 3 home teams and I just made them to plus money. I got 3 teams getting 16.5 or more points. We're either big dogs like this or pick'ems or something, favorites down to a pick'em, or I roll them to a little bit of fave. I don't mix and match them. This is just fun Teaser Tuesday nonsense. Do whatever you want to do. It's just for show purposes. I'm not in here lecturing people to bet a percent of their bankroll because that's not what my show is. All right, I'm not in here. I can't teach people like to put in minus $1,800 money line bets. So I know the rules of gambling. Thank you. Next up here, our regular. Oh, I didn't even have these shown on the bottom. So college football. Midday money picks, 7-1 plus 645. We got Memphis plus 6.5 under the 52. Purdue, Notre Dame under 45. Baylor minus 15.5. Again, these lines are from Teaser. The lines could move. I don't change them per second. This is why I had the Kansas City Chiefs minus 3 for my personal 3.5, and not at a 5.5. You know, that's what we do here. We put the games out ahead of time. We do look at lines. We do Teaser Tuesdays. Lines move. It is what it is. Here, they stay the same. And this is what I grade them on. Not on the closing line. Win or lose. I can say, oh, we got a 15, but it really closed at 12. I won. No, it's a loss. It's a loss. They're the teasers. No baseball. 162, 185. We did drop the Red Sox yesterday. I'll get back to baseball probably on Monday. It's football weekend. Let's do some football. Contests. Circa Millions went 4-1 last week in the Circa. Now, last week they were all dogs. This week were faves. Baltimore, Dallas, Jaguars, Chiefs, and the Texans. The Westgate, 1-3-1. Again, all dogs in this one. Now we mix it up. Jags, Vikings, Titans, Denver, Texans. See how we do. Should you always do the same in both? I feel like if I ever get into a contest money hitting 65, 70%, I don't know. I mix them both up. To me, we'll see how we do. You can find them on the leaderboards there for the contest. It's both picks are under midday money. So there's that. You know what? I didn't even put these up here. I'll put them on the X World. We're gonna tweet those out. There we go. Week 2. I should have did this before, but I didn't, so you'll get it now. So I apologize. There's not much talking going on, but I'll put these out on the X World for those interested who follow. People do, I think. Or it's just what I do because I tell you, win or lose, how we do. It's only way to be. Got to come in. Say, folks, not too bad. All right, let's find put the Westgate ones out here. And then we'll start regular. As always, it is a Friday, which means live show, 1 p.m. Eastern, on the Winner Circle YouTube channel. Victor King, Mark Lawrence with me, covering some games there. And of course, it's a live show. Comments are there. Ask about games, whatever you want to do. That's usually about an hour or so. We do that one. You know. That's a. Why didn't it just kick out of here? Hold on a second. Ay. This is why I like to have this all done ahead of time, but I totally forgot because it's Friday. I'm messed up time-wise. All right. Let's get to the comments now. And then we get on with ourselves here. Mike Yamato coming in with a good evening last night at 10 o'clock. You didn't know this is for day action here, Mikey A. Dolphins just went down to Crapper, as well as two career, as well as the Dolphins' $250 million contract just gave him. The quarterback situation I've talked about time and time again. You pay these guys. I totally understand it's you got to pay quarterbacks. How many good quarterbacks are there? I'll keep saying it. These sports are just terrible products. Told first week of NFL is mostly unwatchable, undisciplined chaos. QB play. As I said, I mentioned the preseason, these quarterbacks. We don't want to play our rookies. We don't want them to get hurt. We don't play. Listen, if you're a veteran, it's one thing. You're Josh Allen. What do you got? You really got to play? Rodgers, whoever. Tua and Caleb Williams and Mac Jones, even Hurts, Justin Fields. How don't you play these quarterbacks to get them any kind of reps? It's terrible. Locking in with the King is in the house. George Lobo feeling sick after Tua's injury last night. I mean, are we shocked? You watched him got his bell rung the other time, twice in the game. I mean, I've said it multiple times, George. He was always a hit away from that's it. Rockies money line got it done yesterday. See, this is where I need the Rockies to lose, though, and I know they're tough at home, King D. I need the Cubbies to sweep them here. I feel like giving NFL a break. I mean, here's the thing, George. Let's not get carried away here. You're a Dolphin fan. Your quarterback got hurt. I would have been more. Why didn't they have a good backup, a NFL quality backup? I mean, Skylar Thompson, Mike White. I mean, well, did they cut? I'm pretty sure they cut Mike White. I mean, This is like Gardner Minshew town, right? This is Teddy Trubisky. Old Mitchell Trubisky, somebody who's won a couple games, Jameis Winston. You know, you need a guy who's actually won something here. The drop-offs between starters and backups is ridiculous. The drop-offs from Mahomes and Allen to everybody else is ridiculous. People want to put C.J. Stroud in after a season. I don't know. They did that with Hurts too, and he had a crap second year. Let's see how guys do. Can they get more than a season out of quarterbacks? Can they play a little bit? Nick Nasty's in the house. Mike F's in the house. Wisconsin 16 home versus Bama. I mean, I like the under more than anything in that game. I got a Bama at 8.5 over the summer. 16 I don't want to lay. Under 52. What is this? 49. It's a 40. No, what? No, it's a 49 now? I guess it is. I thought I grabbed the whiskey under. Under 55 and a half. I got under 55 and a half. I didn't say. Michigan at home. Can they cover the big number against Arkansas State? I'm not looking to bet Michigan. Tease it up. I can't lay these numbers with no. James Cook TD cashed. Ricketts is in the house. Good to see you, Ricketts. Under live Thursday night game. I mean, how high did that get? Arizona State money line. That was a good one yesterday. I saw that. Let me pull up the thing. Because they were an underdog to Texas State. This is why I stayed off of it. Because I'm you know, I look at that as Texas State favored over a Pac-12 team. So I just couldn't take the Bobcats. I was like, ugh. I mean, I had 16 other games going, but see that one to me, King D. See, that looks like a square play there, like taking the Pac-12 or Big whatever they are now, Big Ten. Are they Big Ten now? I don't even know where the heck Arizona State is. They have to change conferences. What was the? I'm sure a lot of people had to be on that one, no? Arizona State's best Sun Devils team since 2019. Mike, this is Arizona State we're talking about, right? Skylar Thompson needs more reps and he should be all right. The good thing is that it's a Thursday night game, so you got some extra time doing your thing. You're still facing Seattle, which is coming off. It's not a great travel spot for them. Open versus Denver, in New England, back home. And now you got back to the wall Miami, like sky's falling. Are they going to be able to rally around, like it's next man up, right? We see teams lose a guy, next game out to come out. They pull out a big win, whether it's on a basketball court, maybe here with a backup quarterback. I mean, I saw Dallas beat the Bengals with Cooper Rush. There's the teasers. Michael B's in the house. There's the college football for the weekend. And there's the Sunday prop with Charger running backs. You obviously like the Chargers. I put them up there in the contest you saw. 4X trader, mine will break out evenly against the Bills wasn't it. Bills are 9-1 last 10. The Bills had to own them. And, I mean, I don't know about breaking out now. Now you got a backup quarterback, 4X trader. So we'll see. I think they'll have some spurts of – because you just have the talent. I mean, you got guys there. I don't understand how you could be on a team with – bunch of good running backs. You got Waddle and Hill, and you can't – I don't understand how you just can't – like Hill should just be like, listen, just go. I'm going to throw it downfield, try to catch it. How hard is that? I mean, we did it as kids. They do it at the high school level. They do it at the college level. I know guys in the NFL are fast. Just kind of chuck it, see if he catches it. I don't know. Markel's in the house. Michael B. Winning day could have been better. Should have stayed away from the early baseball game. Swept NFL. Bills money line. Bills first half team total over. Under full game and Cook anytime touchdown. Nice Bills Mafia sweep there for Mike. Mike F. now is going to all-inclusive in Aruba for my third wedding anniversary. Haven't been on a plane over 12 years. 4.5 hour JFK to Aruba. Very nervous about flying any of it. I don't mind flying. But again, where am I going? I'm going to Vegas, so it's why not? If you don't like flying, I mean, listen, one, I know like my mom will take a what is that called for the anxiety? What kind of pill she takes? It's whatever. Xanax. She hates flying. You know, she'll be in a little smoker's room, like chain smoking. Like my wife always needs like a wine or two. She doesn't like flying. I don't know. I don't want to drink. I don't want to do anything. You're on a plane. You know, I barely fit in the seats, more or less the bathrooms. I say stay up late. I try to be I'm flying in the front of the plane. We'll put it that way, Mike. Right. So I'm getting on that plane. I put my seatbelt on, my overhead in. and that's it. Lights out. Is ever next to me? I'm like, they're gonna tell you to I got to keep the thing open, however it is. The blinds have to be open on a takeoff. I might be asleep by then. I'll be drooling. I say just go to sleep. How do you feel about bad beat refunds? You there for my bad beat refund, right? Mike F. It is. I thought Herm Edwards was the answer back then for Arizona State. Herm Edwards. I mean, they played Texas State here, folks, and they were an underdog. Why are we sick about Tua? I mean, what? This is football. Really, everybody was on Texas State? See, because 5 years ago, no one would have been on Texas State, King D. They would have been on Arizona State because they're Arizona State, and who's betting Texas State? Yeah, Texas State was favored, right? Razor's in the house, my guy. Good to see Razor. Follow Razor. He's on Twitter. He's on the X. He's on YouTube. This guy, I'll come on YouTube, and his channel's rolling. I go over there. It's like simulcasting horse racing. I don't know anything about horses, right? What do I know about horses? There was that movie, Mr. Ed, or TV show back in the day, which way before that time. There was something with, I think Bobcat Goldthwait was like, talk to a horse to give him stock tips. And, of course, the best one is let it ride. But Razor does horses for a living. Follow Ray if you want horses. I know J-Rock comes in and gives that some ponies sometimes. But this cat here, Razor, ridiculous. I get a refund on all my wins other than that. It's all part of the game. There you go. There's your refund. The game wins, you get paid. I like it, Ricketts. Good analogy. Ryan Page is in the house. I did win the contest by default. It's still going. You are still in the contest. It is going. Everybody got their picks in. You were number one. No, you were number two. Gas Station Sushi was number one. You were number two. So everybody's in. You, Gas Station Sushi, Gio Scarambola, and Richie P. So you got to win last night with the Bills. Richie P got to win last night with the Bills. We're on to Friday night. You have K-State, Gio has K-State, Richie has Arizona, Gas Station Sushi with the over. UFC, here we go. We need Mikey B for that, Nick Nasty. You know it. Listen, I saw it. You heard what I just said. I saw Mikey B. You know it. Michael A. Do you remember sports betting being this low quality? I mean, I'm sure that there might have been. I don't know. You know, in the 90s, who was really – I mean, you had a couple bad teams. Nothing like baseball today with the tankorama, especially the NBA. But the NFL is more on quarterback play. I mean, was I just lucky to watch from the time I was in like a teenager in the early mid-'80s from Montana, Marino, Elway, Jim Kelly, Troy Aikman, Favre. I mean, you can make fun of Drew Bledsoe or Bernie Kosar. These guys were really good quarterbacks. I mean, Warren Moon. I mean, then we get into Brady and Roethlisberger. And I'm drawing blanks of names here. I mean, we could just go on with good quarterback play. I know there's always been bad quarterbacks, but you've had guys who put them down. Like, people don't like Goff or Stafford or Cousins. They put up numbers. I mean, this isn't like Bubby Brister, quarterback of the team, or Gary Hogeboom. You know, I know we've had some bad. I mean, Peyton Manning. Come on. Who is in that level? Mahomes, Lamar, Allen, and what else? You know, Burrow's healthy twice. Oh, when he's out there. When he's out there. I blame the football on it's too hot, no more two-a-days. More babies. Let's get rid of preseason games. You know. And the NBA. Load management. Let's take off and just get into NBA is so bad they had to make a play-in tournament to get the guys motivated. Really? How about you chop off freaking half the season in. Nobody cares. They just want to watch the playoffs. And I love baseball. 162 games. I mean, remember the A's were the worst team in baseball? Yeah, how they got the best record in baseball since the All-Star break. That's a baseball season. Now you get teams like the A's look terrible. They start winning. White Sox have been terrible all year. Angels can't get out of their own way. I mean, the Angels at one point had Trout, Ohtani, and Rendon as the three highest paid players in all of Major League Baseball on their roster. Couldn't do crap. NFL and NBA, but NBA by far a horrendous product. NFL's not far behind with this. Player safety. Let's play Thursday nights. We're going to play Christmas Day in between Sunday and the next week. You're going to play 2 days rest. Yeah, player safety. Yeah. Well, this is what happens when you don't practice. There's no practices. Nobody plays in preseason. What do you think? It's going to be terrible. Bills look decent, dangerous team, of course, early. You got a quarterback who's good. And I think people wrote them off because they traded Jefferson away. I don't know. I think you need a little balance. I know nobody loves running backs. Can we get some balance in football a little bit instead of chucking all over the place? How many of these guys can't even chuck the ball properly, George? Like he says, Nick Nasty, I've not bet the fight O'Malley open as a dog in the line has flipped. I'll drop some UFC in the morning. So tomorrow in midday money, Michael B will come in with his UFC for the week. Jesse, sure, the Browns are going to need famous Jameis. I think the Jaguars win this week, Jesse. I think the Jags win this week. The Browns are bad on the road as it is, and the Jags, I think, were slept on this season. Last year it was a lot of Jag love. Now it's all over Houston, right? And Stroud. Nobody's talking about the Jaguars. Last year they were the flavor. Oh, they're going to challenge Kansas City. They're good. Browns. Jameis will be starting next week against the Giants for sure. So I think if you like the Giants, take the 6 now. Giovanni's in the house. Just mentioned you, Gio. You had a loser last night, but K-State going tonight to get you back in the contest. I think Burrow was a top 2 quarterback at least. Well, when he played, he was all right. You know, I mean, the guy beat the Chiefs 3 times in a row and in the playoffs. Who does that? How many times has Kansas City lost in general in the playoffs and at home in the playoffs? But when you look at Joe Burrow's career, we start missing games here. 10 is rookie year, 16-16, 10 and 1. 21 and 2022 full seasons. Nice. 4,400 yards, 4,600 yards, 35 touchdowns, 12 picks, 34 and 14. You're going to be if a guy he played 10 his rookie year and he played 10 last year. If he's going to play 10 games a year, how do you put him in the top 2? You can't. Can't do it. Nick Nancy's thanking Michael for his UFC tomorrow morning. We know Nick Nancy will be back tomorrow. I want to take the Tribe today, but not feeling like laying 180. You can't hear. Can't do that. Can't lay one. At least I'm not laying 180. And if I leave a winner out on the table, that's fine. How many people had the Scuba and the Tigers yesterday, laying a big number there? I mean, what are we doing here? Cleveland versus Zach. I mean, I almost want to take Tampa Bay plus 150. Tampa plus 150 instead. Like I says, Nick Nancy, no problem. The fight is interesting. A classic striker versus a grappler match. Do you think Devashvili can take O'Malley down consistently? Okay. What do I think about the football games tonight? Well, if you saw my Twitter, UNLV posted was it cringe, as you young people say today? What kind of video was that? Are you kidding me? Kansas will win this game 95-0 tonight. Got 59.5. Oh, all right. See, I would do a live bet there, Arizona State plus 163. Like I look at, because you know me, I look at it, same with college basketball. we have big school versus little school in our dog. I'm automatically taking little school. But that one was, I feel, and you heard me talk about this a lot, King D, right? Nowadays, with people coming doing podcasts, talking gambling, sports, betting, stuff like that, like how many times I say, anytime I see the smaller school, the unranked school rank, like now people do that. Before, was everybody just thinking, oh my goodness, I can't believe, why are they an underdog here? So I see that. I was like, they're going to be kind of, I want to say a show pick, meaning not my show, but just in general. People will be talking about it because it's exactly what I said, right? But I would agree. At 163 live, I think probably would have been worth a shot. 59.5, I would have definitely went under that. I mean, unless they're just thinking Buffalo's going to keep scoring at will. Jeff, my guy, trying to kill and chill. Excellent, Jeff. Love Jeff from Shreveport. Michael Bay, got to give a show during the draft for Ron Mexico. I told you Tyreek, and you were like, no, Tua always gets hurt. Yeah, because we had the fourth, I think we could have had him. I said, I just can't trust the guy. I mean, we ended up taking Waddle later, but I worry about him getting, well, I don't have to worry about it anymore because, I mean, what did they say? Who knows if he'll come back this year? Between Bama, OU, Oak State, Oregon, who's the most vulnerable to be upset? Oh, boy. Let's pull up all these games. So I think Bama should win here. And that's a team, let's be honest. People are like, oh, it opened at 8. Why did, everybody's betting Alabama. It opened at 8. Again, that's the early summer number, right? Comes up when they put the games out because you don't know how Bama's going to be with their new head coach, right? It's a new thing, but at least you got the steady play of a quarterback here. I think Alabama wins. Oregon State. I think Oregon. I know they've been suspect. I like the points in Oregon State. I'm not going to lie. I would be. Let's take some points there. I'm not going to say no to taking points there. Upset. I don't know. Oklahoma State to get upset on the road. I'm going to say no to that. I mean, you're a 20-point road favorite. This is Tulsa we're talking about here. I don't really think that's a. Honestly, their last two games, 16-7 and 28-23. So maybe they do give them a battle. And then finally, Oklahoma against Tulane. I'm going to say Oklahoma. Now, I don't like Venables as a coach. I didn't like it last year. I was down on them. They end up winning some games. I will say Tulane for the upset here. But I lean all the dog except for Bama. I think Bama will pull away from Whiskey. Just because Van Dyke and these two cupcake warm-ups, the guy's going to throw him 2 touchdowns. It's not like you face a bad team or your cupcake bye games. How are you not throwing – it's one thing if you're winning 45-7 and you got 2 TDs to play for a half. It wasn't even like that for him. Aggie Nation's in pack mode because Connor Wegman is not questionable to play. Why? Listen, with A&M, they've had bad and questionable quarterback play for how long now? I mean, they couldn't do anything. Their favorite's still on the road here against Florida, though. So take that for what it's worth. Florida was projected to win 4.5 games this year. Who's the backup over there? Just be happy with a win. What's it say? Undisclosed. An undisclosed injury. What does that mean? O'Malley's op is much shorter. Really crazy. UFC for tomorrow. Rivers, Drew Brees. Listen, come on, man. Well, first of all, we're not putting Doug Flutie in this conversation of good quarterbacks. Rivers and Drew Brees. I was just talking about guys. We don't have that now. Doug Flutie, Canadian guy coming in. The days of fade your neighbor and local shops at the supermarket are back. I love sports betting. Well, I'm all for that. You know that. And this is where also people love to talk about, oh, look at the bet percentages. If you don't want to listen to look at lines, you don't listen to me say it, you should have an idea what you're betting the night before, the week before, 2 weeks, whenever the game is. The lines are up. Right? I mean, the neighbor, like I always say, like I just hear a little voice away. Oh, they can't beat them by a touchdown? It's 6 points. Height is no big deal, Nick Nasty. It's about reach. This is UFC talk. So many books go people to the market is open. Yeah. But the problem is that some of these places, after you hit them a couple times, hi, here comes your $13.40 bet. Jags are the most unpredictable team for me. They're capable of beating on Bills one day and lose to the worst team. Will they get the Bills next Monday night? The Monday night doubleheader. Oh, is that all he needs to do? Stay healthy. Good luck with that. That's all Eric Davis had to do, stay healthy. Bo Jackson could have stayed healthy. Would have been the best guy ever. But if you're injury prone, you're injury prone. Nick Nasty is like an O'Malley Mikey B. I saw the video you posted. Not sure what the kids called today. I know that I'd call it, but it would not be politically correct to say it. I mean, it was ridiculous. Like, I know people want to do those things. I think my son's got the TikTok, but they don't put super crap like that on there. I think my daughter does dances, but she's a freshman, so she's going to do some. I don't even know. Market's catching up on some of these mid-majors or small schools because many bettors are trying to bet them by chasing the number. Once I see a certain person post minus 145, I said, hey, well, that's the thing. Because you have people in here, and again, short of, when I was on just doing the videos on Picks, Probably Winning Free Picks, I never mentioned other channels or other names. Now I say, hey, I'm going to Winner Circle, do my video. You can find my picks here, there, everywhere. I mentioned Sports Capping channel I'm on, Winners and Winers, Gamblers, GamblersWorld.net, wherever. I'm still not going to come out and mention people by name, but we kind of know who has these crazy kind of things. And they had big followings. I think a lot of people were just chasing this team with Texas State last night. Probably. When I was at the Little Bet Bash, King D says exactly. There are bettors out here working for Vegas. Like I said, bet percentage on sportsbooks are joke talk about this track. Yes. Well, it's not that you're looking at. I'm in New Jersey. What do you think? Who's betting? Are they going to bet the Giants? Are they going to bet the Yankees? Are they going to bet the Phillies? They'll be local. So when I was out on Bet Bash, people were like, "Oh, are you a originator? Are you a top-down model or bottom-up? Hey, how do you do?" I don't know what the hell I am, man. I was a gambler when I was younger. Then I get into the sports better part of it. Like I was doing work, handicapper. You have to have an idea beforehand. You can't just be chasing numbers and on the screen and vulturing out numbers. Be ahead of the numbers. Think like, I do the look at lines. I think this is going to happen. Like the Miami game. All right. You know what? Doesn't look good, Miami minus 112 for me. I don't know. Jaguars minus 122 look all right. Denver under 40.5 look okay. Eagles minus 4. I don't know. Kansas City minus 3.5. Texans minus 3. I don't mind being a little ahead. And if it's smaller numbers to take it, I don't care. A lot of bettors put out wrong picks on purpose. Listen. Who's doing that? I mean, you have people, again, I am a guppy. I'm like a little tick in a forest of sports bettors, right? And people who throw out videos. I mean, come on. I do a live video. It's how many people are watching live here? 30 people, watch live. I get 100 something on replays. I get whatever I get on the podcast form. people don't, what kind of reach do you have to be getting paid by the books to give out a wrong thing? You think I know guys who are bad. How about they're just bad bettors? Because you don't get into it being the fade. I'm going to be the fade guy. And there's a lot of people, and I don't even follow some of these guys who they're I'm real, and I know, what, I was real, now I'm just fading me because I'm on bets. Most people are going to be between like 45 and 50% on betting. So I don't care that I hit 54% in baseball or 53%. 289 and 280, not a great record. You know what? Plus 1900 on the site, plus 2200 on another site. I don't mind being that record. People think that's a bad record, but the majority of people are the same. Win a little, lose a little, win a little. You're all in the middle. I don't know if he gives them out on purpose or she gives them out on purpose to be wrong. Because chances are you're going to be wrong 50% of the time. I mean, we joke like Sammy the Mush, like in Bronxdale, but how hard it is to, going 0-5 is as hard as 5-0. No, I'm not. I can't even be a real Dallas fan anymore. They just, between Jason Garrett, Jerry Jones, I'm just old too. I got my little mini helmets, but I don't care. I don't watch the games. Same with the Yanks. Too old for that. It was good when I used to young, go to a bunch of games. It was fun. Now, not making money. I'm not gonna sit there and watch and cheer. I can crack open a box and go look at old Danny White football card or something. Donnie Mattingly. College play for tonight. Well, that ship has already sailed for me. I got a. What's this? Hold on a second. Let me pull up the lines here. Let's see what I got and what the new lines are here. Kansas 9.5, 57.5. I got a 6.5 on that game, Bill. And Arizona and K-State. Do I have this one? 760.5. The total 60.5. You know what my total is that I got on the site? 54.5. 54.5. Not too bad, huh? But I don't know. Someone will buy my picks today, Bill, and be like, I can't get this number. I put this game up on Monday. Game was up on Monday. That's why sometimes you see me, I don't put games up. How am I putting a game up? My number's way past what everybody else gets. 31-20 for a week, you'd have all these good numbers. Michael B, have a good one. I got to run too. I got a show in a little bit. Live in a world where cloud is more important than money. Yeah, it's all right. I don't mind. I'll do my little thing. I'll do my little thing. I don't care. How do you know when to bet on a dog? Well, same as I know a bet on a favorite. I just look at the numbers. To me, it's all about the numbers, naked situation, especially NFL. That's why I do look at lines in NFL. I think X is going to happen today, which is why I bet this for tomorrow, meaning the next Sunday. Right? I talked about taking the Ravens week 1 over the Chiefs. I said, I love the Ravens. They have to win. Just you're going to get everything they got to try to get that game after how they lost. And they also said, take both of these teams as favorites the next week because Kansas City's 3, Baltimore 7. No matter what happens, one team just beat another Super Bowl contender. They look good at doing it. The line's going to go up. The other team lost. The sky is falling. The line's going to go up. Everybody's going to bet it. Sure enough, we had in combinations of how the teams they also played poorly, and we got numbers at the wazoo for these spreads. That's what separates, like, I don't want to say like Joes and pros, like amateurs and stuff like that, because I'm not hitting 90%, something crazy like that. I'm hitting 70%, 60%. Nick, you have to have some kind of semblance. As people come in just want to pick. All right, I'll give you a pick. I don't mind that. But if you want to start having a little thought process on your own, and I think there's people in this chat who have kind of listened to what I said. Like, you have to come up with like, all right, here are the lines. They come out on Wednesday. NFL lines for next week were out on Wednesday. You should look at those lines and be like, at least write them down. Come back and watch the show, listen to the show, and write them down as I read them off to you. And see how that changes from tomorrow morning, Sunday morning, to what happens during the games. If you follow, how am I going to word this? Like, whether it's a dog or a favorite, you have to have your own kind of thought process on what the number should be, how you view a team. Like I've liked the Royals all year. I like the Cubs all year, right? I'm a little biased towards them. Yes. Like, hasn't hurt me. We're having a winning season. NFL, I don't like the Bears. I'm down on the Bears. I don't have a lot of love for the Texans. I thought the Cowboys would be an under team. But I thought the Ravens were going to be improved. It's like you have to have a little bit of an idea how you think a team's going to be, what the line you think is in your head. That line should be like a 4 or something. I was doing a show yesterday with Doug Upstone and Chip Termas were talking about the Raven game or the Kansas City game. That line opened at 3.5. Home field in the NFL is 3. It used to be as a general rule. Kansas City home field is like one of the toughest home field. Like, you're telling me a game's a pick 'em. What? It's a pick 'em? I don't know about that. The Kansas City's a little better. Those are like little things to bet on dog. And then I went to 6. At that point, is it a buyback time on Kansas City? Or, excuse me, on Cincy? You have to have your own little thought and number or view on the team. So when you see the number, you can say, all right, I like this game. I don't like that game. Again, I'm not a really good teacher like that, Nick, to explain my thought processes. Aggies are still phase. Vegas wants to know Wegman's playing or that Gators are bad. Gators are bad. How about UNLV plus the 9? No way. No way. Did you see their UNLV video? That game's going to be 95-0. Probably an over. 62.5% has been patience for that. You hit 62%. Good for, I'll never hit 62% because I throw out way too many games to hit 60. 62%. I wouldn't have time to do video because I couldn't get to my computer because there'd be just stacks. There'd be pallets of money in front of me. I couldn't even get to a room. All right, I got to run and go do live with Mark Lawrence and Victor King on Winner Circle YouTube. I will tweet it out. Nothing for baseball today. The games are all the same for the weekend. Memphis in the under, Purdue in the under, Baylor, Purdue, Memphis, Colorado State in your teaser. No baseball picks for today. Probably not for the weekend. It's football weekend. So you know that. I usually – and listen, real fast in baseball. I'm looking to fade the Orioles. They're in trouble right now. Not interested in the Orioles. I'm interested in the Royals. Yes. Cubbies. Yes. The Braves, I got no thought process on the Braves here. They hit sometimes, they don't hit. I want to fade the Twins, their lineup. They got some lineup problems there. Looking to bet on the A's. Maybe we'll have something for the weekend. We'll see. We'll see. All right, last 2, and then I got to get out of here because I got to do another one. Nick Nancy's out of here. Thank you. You're welcome. Biggest NFL win I had last year. Got the Cowboys minus 3 on Tuesday with 7.5 by Sunday. I don't bet every day. Oh, yeah. Okay. So that's different. If you're being selective and just whacking games like that, you're fine. NFL, probably more than fine. We had a guy come in. I don't want to say his name. Betting like a couple games a week, all huge faves. And then he didn't come in for 2 weeks, and that was the week the Yankees and the Phillies went to combine like 4 and like 20 or something. You're going to get hurt in baseball doing that. NFL, spreads minus 110, 115s, you'll be all right. You can do that. Gary likes the Mets today against the Phillies with Quintana. I don't hate it. The Mets are playing good baseball. What am I going to say? No to the Mets? Mets are making a playoff, so I'm going to give me 135 with them. I'll take it. All right. I will tweet out the link when I go live on the other channel, or it's on YouTube at Winner Circle. You can find it. Type in Sean Higgs. You'll see all my videos. Showing Higgs Free Picks. There'll be hundreds of them, thousands even. I'll see you later. I don't know. Look at last night. It's homecoming. Somebody's going out today. Someone's going out tomorrow. I have no idea what this. It's homecoming weekend. What the hell's going on here? Nonsense. See you later. Good luck today. Bye-bye.